Good morning. Thank you everyone for coming out on this beautiful day in Richmond. It's great to be downtown and it's great to have you all here. I'm glad that the rain cleared up and gave us this beautiful weather, so we really appreciate you coming down to Main Street Station today. I'm Michael Phillips. I'm with Virginia Clean Cities and also the State Energy Division. Welcome to Main Street Station. We've done quite a few events here over the years related to sustainable transportation, alternative fuel, and it's just always great to be back downtown here at Main Street Station, blocks from our office, blocks from where I personally live, and the group at Main Street Station has always been wonderful to work with and is very interested in cleaner fuel technologies and alternative fuel for transportation. So thank you for being here today. We're obviously here this morning to celebrate the first DC fast charger in Richmond, Virginia, which is a significant deployment for alternative fuel in the state. First and foremost, I want to thank all of our partners who made this project possible. Nissan, who helped to donate the equipment we have here to my left, the City of Richmond, Main Street Station, the Commonwealth of Virginia, Department of Mines, Minerals, and Energy. It's great to see you all here today, always a great partner for us, and also the Mayor's Office. We have Grant Neely here, the Chief of Staff to the Mayor, and the Mayor has been very supportive of the work that we're doing here as far as deployment of infrastructure and really helping to improve air quality in Richmond. It's hard to believe that this project started almost 2 years ago with a simple conversation between Nissan and myself at a conference in another state, actually. But it's really come together, and since then we've really amassed a great group of partners to help make this project possible. So today we're proud to announce this site is the first publicly accessible DC fast charger in Richmond. The stations here include 2 level 2 chargers, 1 Tesla destination charger here to my right, and then this DC fast charger to my left provided by Nissan. This DC fast charger can charge about 80% of a battery in less than 30 minutes. So that's a significant accomplishment for us here today. This significant infrastructure deployment represents an opportunity for Richmond to improve its energy, economic, and environmental security. I'm excited to see this project come to fruition at this historic, iconic Main Street Station in the heart of our city. I'd now like to introduce Grant Neely with the Mayor's Office to tell us a little bit more about the RVA Green Plan and the Mayor's leadership with sustainability in the city. Grant?
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome downtown. Welcome to Main Street Station. This is the coolest place in Richmond, right here. Right here. That is the most beautiful train station on the East Coast. 60 million people drive down this highway every year, and it sticks out like a beacon, inviting people downtown. And as if you needed one more reason to come downtown, this is a great one. I was a kid growing up here. Nobody ever thought that we would have an electric vehicle charging station in Shockoe Bottom in Richmond, but we do. And it's because this city is changing, it is coming alive, it is growing, it is becoming more cool, more exciting, more cosmopolitan, and that's a big deal. In less than a month, we're going to welcome folks from more than 80 countries from around the world to the World Cycling Championships back here in the United States for the first time in 30 years. We spent 5 years getting ready. We spent 5 years fixing up the streets, fixing up our sidewalks, fixing up our city, making it more beautiful, and making it more inviting, and making it more green. We're doing this right here in the middle of downtown because we want those 60 million people coming down this highway to get off at exit 74C and come around the corner and come right down here, charge up your car, and then walk across the street to Main Street Station and sit down and have a cup of coffee and learn about the coolest capital city in America. This is a great day. I'm excited that everybody's here. I want to introduce the queen of Main Street Station, Jeannie Wells.
Thank you again for being here. Vicki Badger, I do want to recognize Vicki Badger before I even get started. This project means everything to me and her, and it started about half my life ago. We committed to stick together, I'm gonna start crying, and make this project come to fruition. And this is yet one more reason to come to Main Street Station. A Tesla. I got to drive one at the RIR Speedway. Thank you, Michael Phillips, for inviting me. And the wonderful thing about these cars is it tells you when you're going to run out of fuel power. It maps the topography of your trip, where you're going. If you're going to the mountains, you're going to run out of power faster. If you're going flat roads, it will calculate it for you, but it'll also lead you to the charger. So every Tesla driver in America coming down the corridor will know, hey, I need to be at Main Street Station. And one reason we put it back here is so you can see it from the road, and this beautiful sign designed by Todd Liverman and Acorn Sign Graphics in the back. We wanted it to look like an old gas pump, but a new day for fuel. So at night you'll have to come down and see it because it's a little beacon you can see glowing in the evening. But if we have you here for 30 minutes, we will lead you to the first Welcome Center under Virginia Tourism Corporation inside the Main Street Station. It'll be a partnership between the state and the city. It will be the grandest Welcome Center in the state of Virginia, and we'll capitalize on the clock tower. But we'll have you here for 30 minutes, and then we'll tell you how great we are as a city, and we'll entertain you in our indoor market and our outdoor market. So Shockoe Bottom is coming back. I just want everyone to take note, come down to Main Street Station during the UCI bike race. It's going to be pretty magnificent. It is one of the city's fan zones. But thanks again for being here, and we're very excited about the technology. We do have one roughed-in spot for another level 3 charger. We're going to see how this use goes, and then we'll make the investment fairly soon. These are used at night. The Tesla one, there's a guy in the bottom who has a white Tesla, and he's here about every other day. It's pretty exciting. So please use this. If your friends have electric vehicles, tell them this exists, but it's already appearing on the Google Maps. So it's already on the Charge Up websites that are on your phone. But thanks again, and I'm going to bring Michael back to the podium.
Thanks, Jeannie. Jeannie has been integral to the process, working at Main Street Station and getting these chargers in the ground. So thanks again for all your hard work, and thanks, Vicki, for your work on the station. I'd now like to introduce Cornelius Willingham with Nissan. This wouldn't have been possible today without Nissan's support. They've been very helpful across Virginia in deployment of electric vehicle fast chargers, which I'll talk about a little more in a moment. But without further ado, I wanted to turn it over to Cornelius Willingham with Nissan.
On behalf of Nissan, I appreciated the opportunity to come out and see this dedication. I've been to Richmond a couple times, and I am always amazed at the restaurants, the cosmopolitan atmosphere. I really think this is a city that is on the cusp of being really, really, really big. This is going to make a difference. If you haven't had an opportunity to drive an electric car, take a moment to do so. I think what you're going to find is that the lower operating costs, the zero emissions are really going to make a difference in the air quality in this area. If you go out and take a moment, I know you said that the Tesla was an attractive car. We think that the Nissan Leaf is attractive in a practical kind of way. It's the first mass market electric car, and it's something that I think you can use for everyday driving. DC fast chargers make a real difference. 50 miles of range in only 10 minutes of charging. That's going to mean that since 70% of the population drives less than 29 miles a day, that means you can get virtually 2 days of driving in just 10 minutes of stopping here. Visit restaurants, visit coffee shops, take a moment to come and charge. In other cities, what we found is the charge spot has become the local gathering place for not only EV enthusiasts, but really people who want to come down and enjoy the city. So I think this is going to be a great thing for you, and I appreciate you having us out here. Thank you.
Thanks, Cornelius. Thanks for all your support. Today, accompanying this important announcement of the flagship station in Richmond, Virginia, Virginia Clean Cities has another announcement to make. We'd like to make public today that we've deployed 21 publicly accessible fast charging stations across the Commonwealth of Virginia. This represents the single largest deployment of DC fast charger infrastructure in the history of the Commonwealth. These chargers are now operational from downtown Stanton to Richmond and on to Virginia Beach, enabling owners of electric vehicles to travel from the valley all the way to the ocean while recharging their vehicles conveniently along the way. I'd like to thank especially Matt Wade with our team at Virginia Clean Cities for for all his work on this project, and also Alan Harned, our executive director, who've both been very involved in this very significant deployment for Virginia. And again, thank you very much, Nissan, who has really been a great partner to work with. Along the way, we partnered with a variety of local governments in Virginia, which have really been outstanding to work with, and we couldn't have done this without them as far as providing sites for these fast charging stations. So, you know, a couple of years ago in Virginia, we didn't have any fast charging stations, and now, 2 years later, we have 21, and we really are well on our way to building a network for fast charging across Virginia. Many electric vehicle drivers have already benefited from this deployment in Northern Virginia. This type of charger can fully charge a Nissan Leaf in 30 minutes, and a destination charger like this can charge a Model S in about 1 hour. A Leaf can get about 50 miles worth of charge in just 10 minutes. So this is a very significant improvement over 3 to 6 hours on a slower charging station. With the exponential growth of electric vehicles in Virginia, there is a growing demand for fast and accessible charging infrastructure near retail and cultural destinations like Main Street Station, where we're at today. There are currently over 4,000 electric vehicles in Virginia, and we're seeing growth of somewhere around 100 or more electric vehicles in Virginia every month. So again, just a couple of years ago when we started all this, we maybe had a couple hundred electric vehicles. Now we're pushing for close to 5,000. So there's a significant uptick in the growth of electric vehicle deployment, and infrastructure like we're deploying here today really makes all the difference in that sort of deployment. Previously, the only DC fast charging stations were in Northern Virginia, so we're really proud to bring them a little bit further south here in Richmond today at Main Street Station. This new DC fast charger corridor addresses a critical regional transportation need and shows our commitment to cleaner fuels and the environment. And of course, I was waiting for the train to come by, so everybody wave. Yeah. That's just what you deal with when you're working with a multimodal transportation hub, right, Jeannie? But in any case, I'm excited to see this project come to fruition at Main Street Station in the heart of our city. Thank you again to all of our partners who made this possible. And please come take a look at these electric vehicles and try one out and come and talk to us today.